Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Notes from the Sewing Room. Hope you're well and you're having a good week, whatever you're up to. Today's video is all about how to make a pom-pom wreath. Pom-poms are something that I love, and this is a super easy craft that you can definitely do before Christmas. So please stay tuned and you'll find out how to do it in no time at all. With Christmas just around the corner, I wanted to share another really fun and easy craft that you can definitely do in the run up to Christmas itself. So pom-poms are something that I think can look brilliant on your Christmas tree. You can tie them onto bags, you can decorate lots of different things with them, but why not make a pom-pom garland? So I came up with this idea when I was just kind of daydreaming, to be honest, in front of the TV, and I thought, yes, let's try this out. So all you're going to need for this project is not many things at all. You've probably got most of these things just kicking about the house. So you're going to need some wool. So this can be any kind of wool that you've got kicking around, and it can be any colour at all. Obviously, if you want to make this festive, you could go for red wool, green wool, anything that you think is particularly festive. I'm going to go for a mixture of colours in my garland, so that means making pom-poms in different colours as we go along. You're going to need a pom-pom maker, so that can be a plastic one like I've got. You can use absolutely any size of pom-pom maker you would like to, depending on how big you want your pom-poms to be. Of course, you don't have to have a plastic pom-pom maker. You could use some pieces of cardboard and make your own pom-pom maker instead. So if you want to do that, then I'm sure you can find a tutorial of how to make the actual template online for that. But I always find that using a plastic one like this it's quick, it's easy and simple. So that's what I'm going to be using. You will also need some scissors. So these can be absolutely any type of scissors you've got. They don't have to be dressmaking scissors. They can be just scissors from your kitchen, basically. You are going to need a tape measure or a ruler of some sort. So I've just got a regular dressmaking tape measure here. And you're going to need either a piece of ribbon. So you don't want anything that's too thick. You want something that's fairly stable. Or instead, you could use a piece of bias binding instead, but if you are going to use bias binding, you need to fold it over so that it's a bit more stable, and you need to stitch along that sort of centre line down there. So that's what I'm going to do to make my pom-pom wreath. In terms of how much ribbon or bias binding you're going to need, I'm going to use 60 inches. That's so that we've got plenty to tie a little bow at either end of our garland to actually hang it up onto the wall. And in terms of how many pom-poms I'm going to make, I'm going to do 10 today, because I think that's going to look a really nice number, and it's going to allow me to have spaces in between each one, and I'm going to hang it up in between two pictures in my lounge. Right, so let's get to it and make our pom-pom garland. This is a craft that can be done with anyone at all. You can sit down as a family around the table to do this perhaps, or you could just do this in front of the TV in an evening if you're just looking for something to keep your hands occupied when you're watching one of those Christmas films. So I'm going to get started. So step one of this process, all you need to do is lay out your bias binding or your ribbon on the table like I have. Then take your tape measure, lay that out nice and flat, and then cut your bias binding or your ribbon to the right length. So in my case, I'm going for 60 inches. And then just take your scissors and cut that to the right length. If you are using a bias binding, then make sure you fold that over and stitch it along this edge. If you are using a ribbon, you can just get on with the next step. For step 2, fold out your pom-pom maker like this, as following the instructions if you are new to making pom-poms, and then choose the right colour wool that you'd like to use. In this case, I am going to go for this red wool because I think this is really festive. Then all you have to do is get winding. The best thing about this craft is you basically don't have to concentrate too much. You can just get on, keep winding, winding and winding and winding, just thinking about what you need to do for your Christmas shopping, or thinking about, you know, things you're looking forward to for next year. And that's all basically until you're all done. I like to make my pom-poms nice and fat. Nice and full pom-poms always look really nice on a garland like this, or just hanging on your Christmas tree. But it's entirely up to you. Of course, it depends how much wool you've got and how full you'd like to make your pom-poms. You can buy pom-pom makers from lots of different places, like Hobbycraft in the UK. I'm sure you can get them from lots of different places online as well. I'm sure you could definitely pick one up from eBay or from Amazon. This doesn't have to just be for a Christmas craft. You could use pom-pom garlands all year round if you'd like to decorate one of the rooms in your house, or maybe even your craft space, something like that. I think they'd look great in children's rooms as well if you put them, you know, nicely displayed on the wall. They'd also make great Christmas gifts or birthday gifts, I think. Doesn't really matter the quality of wool that you use for this project. You can literally use craft wool, wool that you've got left over from a knitting project. You can probably pick up wool from a charity shop perhaps. Again, you can get wool from lots of different places online. I find making pom-poms really therapeutic. It's nice just to kind of get lost in the process and not have to concentrate too much. And when you're happy with how much wool you've got on there, close up your pom-pom and then take your scissors, so these can be big scissors or small scissors, and then trim in the gap. Now you might find it easier to use smaller scissors than these ones. This is just an example of what you could use. I'm going to use these smaller scissors in this case because I think they might be easier to get through my pom-pom. Then you literally take your scissors and you trim in the gap. Turn over the pom-pom and then trim the other side. Then cut off your little string that you've got there. You could do that before if you wanted to, but I tend to do it afterwards. So it should look like that at the moment. Now, whatever you do, don't open the pom-pom maker at the moment because your wool will go everywhere. So the next thing you want to do is take just a normal piece of wool like this. Doesn't really matter how long it is, just long enough to make a bow. And then you're going to take your scissors and then you're just going to trim that. Then the next thing to do is take your pom-pom maker and we're going to be putting this piece of wool down through the center gap of the pom-pom, tying it all the way through to make a bow basically. What I tend to do is tie it on one side, fold it back and then tie it again. I'll show you what I'm going to do now. You want to pull that nice and tight so it's nice and firm, then fold the wool back up the other way like that, and then tie another little knot just there, so pull that nice and tight. And then you want to leave these two strings because that can tie onto your garland or your Christmas tree. Then I'm going to open up my pom-poms. This is the moment of truth. And pull this apart. There we go. So we've got a nice fluffy pom-pom, and then you should have two long strings that look just like that. So if you want to, you can trim off any excess bits and pieces just to tidy up your pom-pom. Or you can leave it messy, it's entirely up to you. For the next step, take your bias binding or your ribbon, and then you want to take your pom-pom just like this, and then we're going to tie it onto the ribbon. Doesn't really matter where you tie it, although I would leave a little bit at each end so that you can actually tie that onto something and hang it up on your wall or just drape it around your Christmas tree. Then just make a little bow like that, and then I would recommend tying it twice. Just trim off the excess strings that you've got here. And then, hey presto, we have got our first pom-pom on our garland. And that's it basically. So that's the first pom-pom on our garland. So just repeat this process 10 times. So you've got 10 pom-poms in total, and then you're going to create yourself a beautiful pom-pom garland. When your garland's finished, it should look something like this. So as you can see, I've got red wool on there, green, pink, and a blue one as well. So yeah, just mix it up, do whatever you'd like to do, use any scraps that you've got around your house. I think this is a great project for using up scrap bits of ribbon, scrap bits of bias binding, and bits of wool that you might have left over from a knitting project or something. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching today. If you have, then please do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and do let me know if you have enjoyed watching today, and if you've got any questions about this craft, or perhaps if you'd like to see any particular other tutorials here on my channel, just leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But until next time, I shall leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each of you tuning in week after week, and I will see you very soon. Bye.